السلام عليكم اخوتي، مرحبا بكم في فيديو جديد. غادي نكملوا الفيديو اللي فين حبسنا السيمانه اللي فاتت ان شاء الله.
in their life, it's almost guaranteed
والنقاش ديما حول الاخلاق.
that they can never become alcoholic. So the point is even from your side, because you came to me talking about the material world, right? You came to me saying like, why focus about the afterlife? But see what's happening here. Now I'm the one telling you that as a Muslim, I'm the one who is incredibly focused about making sure that the material conditions and the
in your way. And I'm suggesting
no, of course, but I'm going about it in my way, but the end product impacts both me and you. So I'm actually more interested than the average Western liberal person because they're so apathetic because of how bad their societies have become.
Well, that's your judgment.
No, it's not my judgment. If you talk to people, they feel their governments doesn't represent them.
The Western societies have gone wrong.
Okay, do you feel that your democracies are representative democracies?
They are more representative democracies than an autocracy or an aristocracy, for sure.
But I would push back on you and tell you that your representative democracy is only one in name. You guys have oligopolies, all of you in the West. They're all oligopolies.
But
You guys have lobbyists that basically push forward special interests in your government. Your politicians are all bought off. Nothing. I never talked to a British person that told me I wanted.
Right?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's pseudo democracy. Real democracy has other problems, but the point is, even the West doesn't have real democracy.
More transparency, there'd be more democracy, and that would mean better things. More equality.
Sure, that might be true. That might be, but
actually, by taking away democracy, right,
no, but then actual democracy has problems.
Right, but capitalism, or you were pro autocracy, pro leadership from centralized leadership, right?
Not necessarily. We have a concept of shura. No. We have no. I never said I was talking. No. I was giving you. We were comparing different things.
Okay.
In Islam, we have a concept of
But you
shura,
earlier in the
which
debate-
takes into consideration.
Hear me out. Earlier in the debate, you
Yeah.
did say, if I recall correctly, you did say that you weren't pro-democracy.
I wasn't
In
pro,
the
but
way
I never
that
said.
was, right.
Yeah.
But you
Exactly.
Right.
But I never said I'm pro autocracy.
Fine.
That's my point.
Fine.
Big difference.
But by removing, but you were talking about, companies being bailed out, or lobbyists.
The point is, you have a 1% class that controls the outcome of everything that goes on in
Right,
politics.
but that's not democracy, is it?
No. But the point
So
is
if I
that
was
you guys claim it is.
pro-democracy
That's the
and
point.
You weren't pro-democracy. You were. I would argue that those issues are
I think in this point you're assuming something that he's not. The point
Anyway,
is
that's
you are
not my
saying.
point anyway.
Well, no, you are
No,
saying
but let the brother comment.
you are not pro-democracy, meaning you are the autocracy. It doesn't go. It doesn't go. Maybe someone can be liberal in different way than a democracy.
No, it's not like.
You see, someone can be liberal.
it's just
No,
Someone can be
just a mic.
communist. Someone can be communist, not going with the democracy. But my question is this: from your discussion, guys. What's your objective reason to denying the Quran or to denying the objective truth?
هذه النقطة المهمة عندي اللي كنبغي أنا نناقشها مع أي واحد، هي القضية شنو السبب الموضوعي اللي كيخليك تنكر القرآن واللي كيخليك تنكر الأخلاق اللي جاي بها الإسلام. شنو السبب الموضوعي؟ ما تجيب لياش شي حوايج اللي شخصيه، شي حوايج اللي انت كتحس فيها انها زوينه، انت كتحس وكتظن كتجيب بالك انك غتكون صالحه ليك وغتكون فرحان ولا شي حاجه، ولكن بغينا مناقشه موضوعيه اللي ما كتعتمدش على الاحاسيس ديالك وما كتعتمدش عليك انت كشخص، ولكن شي حاجه اللي موضوعيه اللي نقدر نتفق عليها انا، نتفق عليها انت، نتفق على اي واحد، نتفقوا على الناس هذه قبل 1000 عام، هذه قبل 2000 عام، نتفقوا على الناس من هنا 2000 عام. يعني شي حاجه اللي موضوعيه وكتبقى ثابته. شنو هو هذا السبب هذا؟
Truth that we have. What's your objective reasoning to denying this?
I don't think someone should deny it, right, or accept it. That's totally down to their freedom, right, in a free society.
I mean, we agree on that. We're not. Did I come and tell you? You have to. We're forcing you to think.
But in certain states,
Where?
states, I don't know, but there has through history been places.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, in history here in England, that's what they used to do. They used to burn people at the stake.
Hard pressed to find a winning argument that would argue.
How do you define
Wait,
the
wait.
freedom?
That would argue that,
Go on.
that here in this country, right now.
No, not right now. I'm saying just.
Then in a religious state.
No. Okay, how about this?
Anyway, we keep going on a.
No, we don't need to compare with governments. We don't need to compare with governments. My only point is that your like ideas about freedom and all that, like your standard is liberalism and maximizing individual freedoms. But you came to us about telling us about why it's more important to not worry about the afterlife and focus about making this life good. You said there's so many evils that we need to fix.
Exactly.
Well, it's Muslims who are coming to tell you, that's the point. So we're telling you, as Muslims, we are more concerned than the average liberal person to fix issues. Let me tell you why. Because liberalism is all about maximizing individual freedoms insofar as, you know, your freedom stops with your fist at my nose, basically. Like, as long as it doesn't hurt me, I don't worry. Exactly. So they're all about being apathetic about other people doing other things. We've had it at the park many times. Somebody will tell me incest is okay, as it's not affecting me, as long as they do it in the privacy of the thing, and then they're 18. Yeah, we have many people in the park saying it's very common. Atheists will usually defend this point because they're like, oh, listen, as long as you're consenting adults, if they want to have incest, it should be actually legal. Why do they do this? They're apathetic. The point is, Muslims, we're concerned. Yeah, I understand. I'm not saying it's you, but I'm saying as Muslims, we're not apathetic to social issues that actually impact the real world. We want to actually formulate societies that have a good, positive, outlook on the individual. So Islam's idea is it wants to protect the individual from society and the society from the individual, and the individual from themselves.
Getting there, right?
Yeah, I agree, and I think our way is better. That's the point.
No, but I agree that we both want good, right? At the end of the day, we both want good over bad if we can, and we don't want to harm as many people. We want to harm the least people.
It depends on the harm. Yeah, we don't think harm is bad.
But the point is, we are taking the
ورا المشكل هو في انك تعرف شنو هو الاذى. الاذى شنو باش تعرف واحد الحاجه واش هي اذى ولا ماشي اذى، راه هذا هو المشكل. يعني واحد الحاجه تقدر تبان لي انا راها مزيانه ولا درتها راني غننفع بها الناس في حين انني كنادي بها الناس. يعني خصني شي حاجه موضوعيه اللي غتورينا الاذى من اللي ماشي اذى.
objective morality from divine book, right? We think that we are taking objective morality from someone who knows everything. We said Allah is the alim al-ghaib, Allah knows everything, alim. But what's the objective standard morality from where you take? We are taking from the Quran, from where you get.
Like, where do you derive your morals? Like, what, you know, he said we both want good. The difference is our good is different than your good. So where do you get your good from?
I think that people have an innate instinct, you know, for bad and for good. And I think that if you follow the good, generally that leads to good things, and it leads to harmony, peace, and security as well.
So what happens when somebody's interest collides with somebody else's interests?
Yeah, exactly. So this is the point. There should be laws. There should be a common.
Sure. So where do you get your idea of what are good laws and what are bad laws?
Laws are updated based on societies, and I think that if society has faith in itself, it will create its laws.
وفي الاخر عندهم هنا جوج المشاكل. واهم مشكل هو انهم كيقول لك احكا تعتمد على المجتمع، شويه كيجي يدخل فيك انت وكيقول لك انت كدير هذه اذا انت ما مزيانش، اذا انت خصك تبدل وخصك دير بحالنا الا بغيتي تكون مزيان.
So do you know why that's a problem? In Nazi Germany, there was a time where the economy was so bad that Hitler was able to convince people into laws that were incredibly heinous. So the point is that we can't rely on the flailings of society's desires and popular discourse.
There are also Islamic states that use.
I understand, but the difference. Let me show you why that's false equivalence. Let me tell you why that's falsely equivalent.
It's a human thing, not a.
I understand. Let me tell you why that's falsely equivalent. We don't, as Muslims, take our law. We don't take morality from man-made laws. So a government that has Muslim leaders could do laws that are completely wrong. No problem with that. The difference is you told me, I'm like, where do you get your morals? You went back to intuitive.
No, I'm not questioning the morals of the Quran.
No, I know you're not. I'm talking about you, bro. Don't worry. I'm not. I'm asking you. Yeah. So you said, where do you get them? You're like, society generally comes to a consensus kind of. You basically said that, and they come and make these good laws.
Life, liberty, pursuit of
Sure. So that's what I'm saying.
In a rough way.
So the point is that these have led to terrible laws and immoral.
ولكن مثلا احنا كمجتمع بحال مثلا الفايكينغ ولا المهم مجتمع عندنا قانون اولا واحد الفكره اننا باش نكونوا مجتمع مزيان خصنا نخرجوا ونهاجموا الناس ونقتلوا الناس اخرين كاملين اللي ما كينتميوش لهذا المجتمع. ما عطا هو كاع هذا المثال هذا وكما تيطياوش فيه. واش هاد القضيه حتى هاد المجتمع هذا كيامنوا بان هاد القضيه صحيحه وهاد القضيه مزيانه، واش هادشي كيخليها انها تكون مزيانه؟ يعني باش تقول القوانين او لا الاخلاق كتعتمد على المجتمعات وكل مجتمع عنده الحق ولا خصو يقدر يديفلوبي الاخلاق ديالو، فهي واحد الحاجه اللي هي خاطئه تماما.
Morality in excess throughout human history, and
also great freedom.
No,
and
but this freedom again.
The fact that you're here speaking like this.
I can do this anywhere. Why can't I do this? Yeah, of course I can.
You can speak
Of
freely
course.
in any country.
Okay, if I did this in Qatar, who's gonna chop my head off?
That's a whole different question. I said you can do this in any question, and now you're asking.
No, I'm saying no. I'm just showing you that. Look, This idea that
I'm
the
saying
only
this is
place
one
that
of-
has freedom is the West is crazy.
It's not the only place, of
course,
course. There
fantastic.
are levels of freedom, and I would
Yes.
say that the Western world is one of the freest.
Yes, but is that a good thing? That's my point. The whole point about
would
me
say it
talking
is.
to you,
I
no,
would
it's
say
not,
it is.
because what we've seen in the West is that Western people are free to become alcoholics. You're right. Western people are free to
ويسترن بيبل ولاو تيقولوا انهم حنايا ولينا كلاب، ويسترن بيبل كيقول حنا قطوط، ويسترن بيبل المراه كتولي راجل، وبزاف ديال الحوايج المشاكل اللي ما كتسالاش.
to develop gambling addictions. Their Western people are free to have excess of 50% rates of.
كنظن ان ماشي دابا المشكله 50% الناس كتطلق، ولكن الناس راه اصلا ما بقاتش كتزوج، الناس اصلا ما باغاش تولد، الناس اصلا باغا تعيش البيران النشاط وصافي. انت تمشي كتخدم خاصها تنشط مع راسها والروينه والحيحه صافي. الناس باغا غير تكون فرحانه، باغيين غير اللهو. هادشي اللي كتأدي به الحريه المطلقه، واخا هي ما كايناش اصلا، حتى هما ما عندهمش حريه مطلقه.
Divorce, they're free to have all the social problems that they have, the rates of domestic abuse, etc.
Do you think there should be
Do they have good stuff? Yes.
Okay.
Of course, of course the West has good stuff. Age of
A legal
consent.
age of consent. Do you think that's a rightful
It
law?
depends on, because you know age of consent means different things in different sizes and
Do you
different
think
laws.
that laws should decree how old
I
a woman
think-
is able to consent? At what age a woman is able to consent?
I think that there should be a minimum age of marriage. Yeah.
Okay.
المهم كيهضروا هنا القضيه باغي يجبد ليه الاساس، كنظن وغالبا هادشي اللي غيوقع، باغي يجبد ليه الزواج ديال عائشه رضي الله عنها من الرسول عليه الصلاه والسلام بانها كانت في عمر صغير.
What about
شوف
consent?
ما غاديش نجاوب انا على هاد القضيه، واخا هي يعني اي واحد يقرا غير شويه غادي يكون عارف الرد على هاد الشبهه هادي، ولكن غنشوفوا المناقشه كيفاش غادي تدوز.
No, consent depends. If you mean outside of sex,
Sexual consent.
it depends. Because if you're talking about outside of sex marriage, we completely reject that idea. We don't see
Inside
that.
sex, then.
Inside marriage,
marriage?
it's inside marriage. It's a more. It's in marriage.
Inside marriage.
So if someone's
Yeah.
married off at 14, you think they should be able to?
No, they can't get married at 14. That's the point.
They can't. Okay.
Yeah, they can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about.
No, but
religion.
Islam.
But I'm saying.
Islam
that
doesn't
there
put
may
an-
be-
Islam
there
doesn't
may
put
be-
any
A specific age. It puts a criteria.
حيتاش الاسلام كيقول لك الا بلغات ولا بلغتي صافي راه تقدر تزوج. يعني الاسلام اصلا محدد لك واحد المعيار. الا حيدتي الدين ما غيبقاش عندك معيار. كتلقى في دول ان سن الزواج ممكن يكون على 14، في دول اخرى على 16، في دول اخرى على 18. يعني بالنسبه لديك الدول اللي كتقول لك 18 عام، الدول اللي كتقبل الزواج على 16 عام فهما كيمارسوا البيدوفيليا، والدول اللي كتقدر عاوتاني عند 16 بالنسبه ل 14 حتى هما تيديروا البيدوفيليا. يعني هادشي كتبقى شي حوايج اللي ما عندها حتى شي اساس وما يمكنش تحددها.
There are pros and cons. My main point here is that there are pros and cons of everything, right? And we can't just focus on the negatives.
No. Okay, I understand that. I'm not
You
focusing.
seem to be
But look,
focusing a
I'm
lot.
no.
Drinking, gambling.
No,
Name
I'm
me
not
some
focusing.
positives you mentioned.
I'm telling you right
Name
now.
me some
I'm living here.
positives.
This is proof. The
Okay.
fact that I live here.
Okay,
Telling you.
Hear me out.
Okay, go on.
Name me some positives.
Yes.
So I've got from you the negatives.
Yes, sure.
Gambling.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Divorce rates. What's it called?
So you've got a litany of them.
Yeah, sure,
Longer
no
than
problem.
the
Yes,
Magna Carta.
but the point is that I'm
Give me
living
some of the
here.
positives
I'm
you
telling you
mentioned.
some of the positives. Great. What's it called? Attention to natural. What's it called? Natural parks and what's it called?